The MACD Trendline Breakout Trading Strategy, as the name suggests, is one of the best trend-following strategies to use. MACD stands for Moving Average Convergence Divergence. As moving averages change over time, it will be up to decide whether they are generally converging or diverging. With this knowledge in hand, the MACD Trendline Breakout Strategy makes it much easier to predict near-future price movements. Even if you're wrong on a trade, one of the most important features of trend-following strategies is that you can usually limit your losses. This is because, ultimately, the market will reverse and resume the trend. But more importantly, it maximizes your potential profit at the same time. This strategy is included in our complete list of the best trading strategies compiled on the internet. And now, in this video, we will show you how to use MACD effectively, what a true trend indicator looks like, and a super profit indicator. You'll also learn why we think the MACD indicator is the best trend-following indicator. The beauty of the MACD Trendline Breakout Strategy is that it only requires the use of one simple tool, the MACD indicator. By the way, this is among the most popular trading indicators. Without further ado, let's move straight to the point. First, define what is the MACD indicator. Second, how the MACD indicator works. And third, what MACD indicator setting to use. What is the MACD indicator? The MACD is one of the most powerful trend-following and momentum indicator. The MACD is a commonly used technical indicator. As stated, the acronym stands for Moving Average Convergence Divergence. In simple terms, a trend-following indicator helps you to determine the overall direction of the market, whether it is bullish divergence or bearish divergence. On the other hand, a momentum indicator seeks to determine the speed of the trend. Put them together and you have the perfect combination for a trendline breakout trading strategy. The MACD can provide an earlier indication that an old trend is about to end and a new trend is about to start. The MACD manipulates its moving averages in a rather clever way. This indicator is especially useful in forex, stock, and crypto trading strategies. It can signal changes in trend much closer to when they actually occur. Please have a look at this chart example to see the power of the MACD indicator. So, how does it work? Well, the MACD's moving averages and histograms are derived from the price chart. They are calculated using a formula, which adds greater weight to the most recent price movements data. Remember, price is king. Our popular price action pin bar and engulfing trading strategy is a great introduction to what a pure price action strategy should look like. It can be also used in combination with the MACD Trendline Breakout Strategy for a higher success rate. What about the indicator setting? The preferred settings for the MACD indicator are the default settings. And now, let's move forward to the most important part of this video. The buy or sell rules of the MACD Trendline Breakout Strategy. Before we go any further, please take a piece of paper and a pen and note down the rules. Let's get started. Rules for a buy trade. Step number 1. Wait for the MACD lines to develop a higher high followed by a lower high swing point. A higher high is the highest swing price point on a chart and must be higher than all previous swing high points, while a lower high happens when the swing point is lower than the previous swing high point. This brings us to the next rule of the MACD Trendline Breakout Strategy. Step number 2. Connect the MACD line swing points that you have identified in step number 1 with a trend line. This step is quite simple, right? At this point, we really ignored the MACD histogram because much of the information contained by the histogram is already showing up by the moving averages. Look at the price action now, and compare it to our MACD trend line we drew early. We can clearly notice that the MACD contains the price action much better and reflects the trend much clearer. But, at this point, we're still not done with the MACD indicator, which brings us to the critical part of our MACD trendline breakout strategy. Step number 3. Wait for the MACD line to break above the trend line. Entry at the market price as soon as the MACD line breaks above. When the MACD line or the orange line crosses the signal line or the blue line, it's an early signal that a bullish trend might start. However, if trading would be that easy, we would all be millionaires. And that's the reason why our MACD trend following strategy is so unique. We're not only waiting for the MACD moving averages to cross over, but we also have our other criteria for the price action to break, also known as the trend line we drew early. This is a clever way to filter out the false MACD signals, but you have to be equipped with the right mindset and have patience until all the pieces of the puzzle come together. If you were to trade just based on the MACD crossover over time, you'll lose money because that's not a reliable strategy. But if you use the MACD indicator along with other criteria such as what this strategy tells you to do, you will find great trade entries on a consistent basis. Step number 4. Use protective stop-loss order. Place the stop-loss below the most recent swing low. Now that you already know how to enter a trade, at this point, you have to learn how to manage risk and where to place the stop-loss. After all, a trader is basically a risk manager. Did you notice? The MACD trendline breakout trading strategy triggered the buy signal right at the start of a new trend. And what is most important, the timing is more than perfection. Now, what this has to do with the stop-loss? Basically, a good entry price means a smaller stop-loss, and ultimately it means you'll lose a lot less comparing it with the profit potential. So a positive risk-to-reward ratio. Step number 5. Take profit when the MACD crossover happens in the opposite direction of our entry. Knowing when to take profit is as important as knowing when to enter a trade. However, we want to make sure we don't use the same trading technique for our entry order. When the MACD line or the orange line produces signal line crossovers, the blue line, we want to close the position and take full profits. Before taking profits, it's important to wait for the candle close, depending on the time frame you trade, so you make sure the MACD crossover actually happens. Note: the above was an example of a buy trade using the MACD trendline breakout strategy. Use the exact same rules, but in reverse, for a sell trade. Here, you can see an actual sell trade example using the MACD trendline breakout strategy. We've applied the same step number 1 and step number 2 to help us draw the trend line, and followed step number 3 to trigger our trade. So, I just shared with you a highly effective MACD trendline breakout trading strategy to achieve remarkable win rates. As you can see here, on almost all trading signals, you will gain significant profits. You can manually create a trading system based on this video tutorial. However, if you want the exact same settings I used in this video, you can download them in the description. In this video, I've provided a template with the system that you can easily upload to your chart. It will automatically plot all these indicators accurately on your charts, so you don't have to worry about anything. Get the download link in the description. And here are other examples of the MACD trendline breakout trading strategy to fully understand this wonderful strategy and to make the most out of it. The MACD trendline breakout strategy is a very simple trading strategy, and yet a very profitable strategy at the same time. The success behind the MACD trendline breakout strategy is derived from one simple principle: momentum precedes price. As always, if you learned something new, or if you want more videos more often, make sure you subscribe, click the notification bell, and share this video across your WhatsApp, Facebook accounts, or X to show your support. See you next time.